guys, what's up? Welcome back. So we are about to test out some new bronzers, girl. Some new bronzers that launched this year. I know we're, what, 2 months into the year, but even that, like, 2 months into the year, they're launching bronzers. Not just like bronzers, but bronzers for deeper complexions, okay? Bronzers for deeper complexions, and I am so excited, y'all. So the way I'm doing this video is kind of similar to my 5-look 1 palette series. So if you're familiar with that, you guys know I do like different clips. Well, you guys are gonna see different clips in this video. So I'm actually filming, like I'm in the middle of filming another 5-look 1 palette video, and I figured I'd go ahead and kind of knock two birds out with one stone and kind of squeeze in applying bronzer in a couple of those clips. So I have been working, girl. Like I have been working, and I'm just really excited to be pushing out this content for you guys. But yeah, we have 2 high-end bronzers, and then we have 1 drugstore bronzer that I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share these with you guys. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do like little timestamps, so that way you can go straight to the bronzer that you want to see a review on. So if anyone ever asks me, have you done a review on this bronzer or this bronzer, and if I did, if it's in this video, I can just direct them to this video with the timestamp so they can see the little mini review that I do for that. But yes, girl, let's go ahead and jump in because I cannot wait to share my swatches. I cannot wait to share my first impression on these new bronzers that launched this year. So let's go. All right, guys, so the first bronzer duo we're gonna test out is this one by GWay. Now, this is not new, but this is a new shade. So this year they came out with a deeper version. This is the Sunglow and Sunglaze, yeah, Sunglaze bronzer duo, and this is how she looks. So yeah, definitely deeper than the other ones that they have. So you have a lighter shade and you also have a darker shade. I'm gonna swatch them just to see how they look, and then we will apply them on the skin. So this is the lighter one, and then this is the darker one. I'm gonna swatch the lighter one first, which honestly is not that bad for that to be the lightest shade in that duo. So there is a lighter one, and then this is the darker one right there. I'm gonna test out the light one first just for the heck of it. It might not even work on my skin, but I mean, this is the point of the video, is to test out these bronzers. So I'm gonna test out the lighter one first. I don't have any bronzer on my face right now. The only area on my face that I do have bronzer is my nose. This is where I applied my Fenty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty. I always like to apply it right there, but everywhere else I don't have on any bronzer at all. So let's use, I'm gonna use this little brush. This is the Makeup Mario by Sephora contour brush. First thing I wanna do is dip into the lighter shade first, just to try it out, you know, just for the heck of it, just to see if it actually shows up on my skin, because that swatch was actually darker than what I expected. So let's start out right here and just kind of circle it into my face, or just make small circles. I don't know what. Wait a minute. Okay, why is this showing up on me? Because it is pretty light. That's another layer. Girl, wait a minute. Okay, so you mean to tell me I can use this color right here as a bronzer? Look how pretty that is. Do y'all see? Do y'all see that? Okay, that is so weird. That is crazy. I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead right here. That is crazy, y'all. You know what? This is giving me Fenty Beauty vibes. Like the shade that I'm using right now, I would say would be Cocoa Naughty. And then this one right here, I would say would be Mocha Mommy. But I don't know, I haven't tried this one out yet. I'm gonna put this one on this side of my face. But I like how this one looks. Like it's not too warm, it's not too light. It actually looks really pretty on my skin. Do y'all see? You can see the warmth that it's giving is not bad at all. I was not expecting that, y'all. Like, I was not expecting that at all. Wow. So you mean to tell me I have a bronzer palette from GWay that I can actually use both shades in? Girl, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the darker shade on this side so y'all can see how it looks. And I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna take my Sephora Pro Mini Flawless brush. This is really similar to my Sephora brush number 50 that I always used to rave about. It's just a little bit smaller, but the shape is the same. It's just like a tiny bit smaller. But yeah, now let's dip it into the darker shade. I'm gonna pick up not too much because I don't want to apply too much of this color over here. So let me just apply it right here. Ooh, okay. With this one, I have to have a really light hand width because I feel like I would go overboard. Because I feel like I would probably go overboard with applying this. But yeah, there it is right there. I'm going to put some on my forehead. I like this duo, y'all. I like it. I like it. So let me know what side you like the best. Do you like the lighter side or the more warmer side? I wish I used both of the same brushes for this, but it's obvious, you know, it's obvious that they show up on my skin. But yeah, here they are side by side. I honestly cannot choose which side I like the best. I like the fact that I can use both of these shades. So if I didn't want to use one shade, I can use the other, or I could probably mix them in together. I know that would, I'm pretty sure that would work too. But y'all, I am very impressed with this bronzer duo. Yes. All right, girls, so it is a new day, new makeup. This look is coming soon, so stay tuned. But the next new bronzer that launched this year that I want to try out is by Alamar Cosmetics. So this is a new brand for me. I have yet to try out their products. They came out, when did they come out? I forgot when this brand started, but this is my first time trying out their products. So they sent over their bronzers, also their eyeshadow palette, and also some of their brushes. But I'm excited to try this bronzer. They came out with 3 palettes. So this one is the darkest one. This is called the Dark Rich. But it's called their Brighten and Bronze Complexion Trio. But this is how it looks on the inside. So you have, this is called their Golden Hour, which is the brightener. You have the bronzer in the middle is called Cinnamon Sugar. And then the last shade is the deepener, which Oye Morena. I know I just said that so wrong, but yeah, so you have 3 in here. And I'm not gonna try out the brightener just yet because I've already done my face in the middle of filming another video, and I don't wanna just kind of test it out on my base right now since it's pretty much done. So we will test that out in another video, but from what I've seen, you can use this under your eyes. But I'm gonna go ahead and start out with Cinnamon Sugar, which is the bronzer. And I'm gonna use the brushes that they sent me. I have their bronzer brush, their brightening brush. Well, this is for the brightener. And also the complexion brush. So I'm gonna use both of these today. I'm gonna start out with the complexion brush. And let's just see if Cinnamon Sugar, let me swatch it first. Let me swatch these on my hand because I know some people like to see swatches, even though I feel like it really, like what really matters is how it looks on the face, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the swatches. So this one is the bronzer, which was that middle color. And then we have the deepener. Ooh, that is pretty. If you look at it closely, it almost looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but those are those 2 right there. But let's go ahead and apply the bronzer on the face, and I'm just using the their complexion brush to apply it. I'm just gonna apply it. Oh, by the way, that's pretty warm. But I was gonna say, by the way, I don't have anything on my face. I just have the bronzer that I always put on the side of my nose, which is the Fenty Cocoa Naughty. But everywhere else, I just have powder on my face. So yeah, let's just apply this. That's pretty warm. Kind of like a little orange, but just want to see how it looks. It's pretty. I don't think I would wear a blush if I were to wear this. Yeah, see how warm it is? But I will say I'm glad that this color, the middle shade, is actually showing up on me. So, do y'all see it? You can see the warmth right here, and I just kind of dragged it a little bit on my forehead where I usually apply my bronzer. Now I'm gonna go on this side. But I mean, it looks good. Looks good. You can see it a little bit. I feel like if you're a shade darker than me, a little bit darker than me, then this may not work. You'll probably have to use this, which, by the way, let's go into this. And I'm gonna take the bronzer brush to go into the darker shade. It's it has like little bumps in the brush. You probably can't even see it now that I dipped it into the product, but let's take it and bronze up. I always like to make this face when I do the bronzer. Oh, I like. Yeah, now this is more like it. This is more me. Definitely more me. Let me kind of diffuse this over here because I kind of went heavy, but I like how it's looking right here on my forehead. It looks really, really good. I think I kind of went too heavy on the sides, as y'all can see. I can actually mix these in together. I mean, obviously I just did on my face, but if I want more of a subtle bronze look on my face, then of course I would dip into this one. But if I want more of a warm, golden, sun-kissed bronze look on the face, I would dip into the darker shade. So I like the fact that I can use both of these, just like with the GWay bronzer. Now to compare this one to the GWay, I think this lighter shade is a little bit more warm, more orange than the one in the GWay Duo. But all in all, I like the palette so far. I still have to try out the brightener, but I do like how the bronzers worked on the skin. I like how they blended out. I like how warm they are. I like how I can just kind of customize it to either mix both of the shades in or use one or the other. So far, so good. Okay, girls, so this last bronzer I want to test out is from the drugstore, and y'all know it is so hard to come across drugstore bronzers for people of color. Like, if you have a deeper complexion, it is so hard to come across a good one. They have so many bronzers in the drugstore, but they are not deep enough. So I just received this one from Essence Cosmetics. First off, this is my first PR from Essence, and y'all know I love Essence Cosmetics. So I was excited to receive this in the mail the other day. This is their new Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. So I want to say this is their only one because you only have 4 shades in here. So if you are a lighter complexion, medium complexion, deep complexion, this, well, I don't know if it's going to work, but I don't know if it's going to work on my skin, you know, my complexion, but I am very, very pleased to see that it runs this deep. They do have some bronzers and they are pretty light. So when I opened this up to look at it, I was very impressed with this color, and I almost want to say this one may work as well. So obviously these two would be the ones that I could play with. These up here, definitely not. But this thing right here was only, I think, like $10. I think these are $10. So it's very affordable, and y'all know I love drugstore. I love affordable products, and I just love to share them on my channel. So let's dip into both of these. Let me at least swatch them so we can see how they look. So we're gonna start out with this lighter one right there, and then the darker one. They feel really creamy. Really creamy. So let's swatch the lighter shade. That may not, I don't know, we'll try it out. And then the darker shade right there. So it almost looks promising, almost. So let's try this out. I pulled out 2 of the same brushes. These are my little tapered highlighting brushes from my brush set. So if you do not have my brushes, I'll have the link down below if you guys want to check them out. But you can use these for anything. You don't necessarily have to use them for highlighter. I want to dip into the first shade first though, just to at least see if it's going to show up on my skin. So let's dip into this. Ooh, this is pigmented, like very, very pigmented. So let's at least see how it looks on the skin. I see it showing up. It's definitely showing up. It's really soft though, but you can see the lighter shade is showing up on my skin. So let me put some on my forehead. Oh yeah, it shows a little bit. Yeah, so this is pretty subtle, but it's not ashy. So it's warm. It's just really, really light and subtle. But the good thing is it's not gray. Y'all know some drugstore bronzers, they look gray once you start applying them. And this actually looks, it doesn't look bad at all. Like you can see that I applied some bronzer on my face. And that's just with using the light shade. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go on this side using the darker one. I'm going to pick up that other brush that I have and just see. And just go on this and just use the darker shade. Y'all, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Essence finally have a bronzer that I can use. What? Do y'all see that warmth? Wow. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Essence. Yes. I like this side better than this side, even though this side still looks really cute and warm and just like a flush of sun kiss on the skin. This is giving me like bronzed. Yes. And I didn't even go in heavy-handed with this. So if you are my complexion, well, if you are a little bit darker than me, I'm pretty sure you could use this because I went in with a very, very light hand applying this side. But on this side, you probably, like it probably won't show up as much if you are a shade darker than me. But the darkest shade in here, yes. So not only am I impressed with the color of the bronzer, I'm also impressed with how it blended out on the skin. It doesn't look patchy. It doesn't look ashy. It just looks really, really, really good for it to be a $10 bronzer palette from the drugstore. But yes, girl, that is all that I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my little mini review on all 3 of these bronzers. So let me kind of do a little quick rundown on the ones that I reviewed. So the very first one, the GWay one, this one I like. Well, you guys saw like in the video that I pretty much like all 3 of them, but this one kind of caught me like off guard because the lighter shade in here, I honestly did not think it was gonna work on my skin, but it did. And I'm very, very, very impressed with this. So I like the fact that I can use all 3 of these bronzer palettes. Now, if I were to recommend any one of these, I would say any one of these. It all depends on how much you want to spend on a bronzer palette. So the GWay bronzer duo, if you want to spend that much on this, I know their glosses are really good. I know their liquid lipsticks are really good. I honestly have not really tried anything else from the brand except for their lip products, but I am very, very happy with this. So again, this is in the shade Sunglow and Sunglaze, and you can get this off Sephora. I know, yeah, Ulta doesn't sell GWay, I don't think, but you can get this off of Sephora, and that's where I got mine. The Alamar Cosmetics bronzer palette. Now, even though I have not tried out the brightener in here, I'm still really happy with the other 2 shades that are in this palette. And again, they do have 3, well, they have 2 other ones, but 3 palettes in all. So if you are lighter than me, you can probably use the palette before this one. But I'm really happy with how these looked on the skin. I like how, just like with the GWay duo, I can use both of these shades in the palette. So this one was definitely a go as well. And then last but not least, the Drugstore Essence Bronzer Palette. This is very, very much so worth it. Like, hands down, $10, a drugstore palette with bronzers that are not ashy, that are not gray, that are not chalky looking on the skin, that blends out so freaking good. Very impressed with this, y'all. Like, I have not come across any drugstore bronzer palettes that look like a legit warm sun-kissed bronzer on me. I know e.l.f. has one, but that one, for some reason, that even though the shades in the e.l.f. bronzer palette, they are pretty deep, but they don't look as warm as this one by Essence. So I was really pleased with this. Really, really, really pleased. So I feel like $10, even though, say, if, like I think I already mentioned this earlier, but if you can only use just one shade in this palette, I still feel like it's worth it because you can use the other shades as eyeshadows if you want, or maybe I can use the shade, the lighter shade, as a finishing powder under my eyes. I don't know, but I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna try it out just to see. But even just these two shades right here, I am very, very happy that I can actually use these. They actually show up on my skin. They don't look gray. They don't look ashy. They look good. So I'm very, very impressed with this. But all three of these I really like, and I'm just happy that they actually work on my skin. Like, so happy that they show up. So happy that they're warm. So happy that they're not gray. So far 2020 is on to a good start when it comes down to bronzers for deeper skin. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what other ones that are going to be launching for the year, if there's any more. But so far, I'm happy with what we have so far for 2020. So let me know if you tried out any of these. What are your thoughts on the palettes or the duos? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Also, if there's any other new bronzers that launched this year that I left out, because I honestly don't know of any other ones that launched for 2020 yet. But that's all that I have for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing this for you guys. And just let me know if there's any new bronzers that launched this year already that I missed out on, because I would love to go out and test them out, especially if they are deep. Like, don't be telling me about these light, ashy, gray bronzers. We are not trying to look ashy. We are not trying to look gray. We want to look bronzed, sun-kissed, okay? So let me know. Let's talk about it down below in the comments. And that is all. That is all that I have for today. Remember, I am doing my monthly giveaways every month for the year. So every single month I give away one box to one person. And it's really easy to enter. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you thumbs up my video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section. And I never want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's talk about bronzers. Which ones were your favorites in today's video? Which ones have you been testing out for the year that you like? Let's talk about it. So yes, that's it. That is all. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you thumbs it up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.